coming to Vinci, be prepared for plug out money like a name, Bill Gates. This is a disclaimer. Call the Vinci government and make sure everything on their website up to date, because them not take forever for update everything, okay? For this scene, it's the Vinci Gem. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe, guys. Hit the subscribe button, you know? Turn up the thing, no man. Also, follow me on my Instagram. I'm gonna leave it somewhere on the screen here. And follow me on TikTok, so you know. So for today's video, I am gonna do basically tips for traveling to St Vincent and Grenadines during COVID. I am currently in Vinci still. I've been in Vinci since about December. Yeah. When I came to St Vincent in December, the protocol was you had to do a RT-PCR test 3 days before you come. If you're coming from a high-risk country, Canada, well, it still is classed as a high-risk country to St Vincent and the Grenadines, and you had to make sure you have a quarantine. You have to book a quarantine hotel for 5 days. It was 5 days you had to stay when I came. This was in December last year. So if you are coming from a very high-risk country, and countries like Venezuela, Brazil, Trinidad and Tobago, Ecuador, South Africa, Suriname, Colombia, Belize, Mexico, India, Guyana, Panama, Argentina, and Peru. So basically, like, I guess South America, most of the very high-risk countries to St. Vincent and Grenadines, you have to have a SARS-CoV-2 RT-PCR test result, and it has to be done 72 hours before you leave, so 3 days before you leave. Fill out a COVID request form online. Everything is on the government website. I'll leave it down below. The quarantine for 14 to 21 days in a tourism-approved hotel. So that's for very high-risk countries, so mostly South America. And if you are fully vaccinated and you're coming from a very high-risk country, you must have proof of your vaccination. You will be retested on day 7 and day 14. So high-risk countries now are it's like Canada, BVI, Taiwan, the USA, Haiti, Cuba, Nigeria, Indonesia, Turks and Caicos, Spain, Russia, etc. You must arrive with a negative PCR test, PCR test done 72 hours, so 3 days before you arrive. And once you have your COVID hotel approval slip, you have to have that. And then you have to, you're taken to your hotel is the government taxi. You can't call your friend and say, "Oh, Susan, come drop me COVID hotel." No, they're not in that. You know, go and serve and make money. So no. When you're coming to Vinci, be prepared for plug out money like a name, Bill Gates. You will be having to do 14 days at a hotel, government approved hotel. That's if you're not vaccinated. So you have to do 14 days, and you're gonna be tested on your 7th and your 14th day. And if you are fully vaccinated and you're coming from high-risk countries, my friend, she came last month, and she came from Canada, and she's fully vaccinated. She had her vaccine, like her second dose, like 10 days before she came to Vinci, and she only did 2 days at a hotel, and then she did the rest 9 days home. Medium risk countries, so St. Kitts, Barbados, Antigua, Barbuda, you must arrive with RT-PCR test done no more than 72 hours, and you may be retested when you come Vinci. And you have to, so most of them you have to mandatory. So if you're coming from a medium risk, you only do 7 days in the hotel. That's unvaccinated. And low risk countries is like Anguilla, Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat. 72 hours RT-PCR test. Also, if you are a Canadian farm worker, you're a crew member coming from a sailing vessel, oil rig workers, healthcare workers, so nurses, doctors, PSWs, etc., prisons at detention facilities. So if you're a prison officer, etc., you will be high risk, and you have to do 14 days quarantine, 14 to 21 days. Or if you're fully vaccinated, then you don't have to quarantine. If you're under the age of 18, you just have to follow the protocol applied to your parents or guardians. So you have to do a a PCR test, everything. I'm assuming if you're a child under 18 and you're fully vaccinated, you're exempted as well from the 14 days quarantine, and you only have to do 2 days. In order to get out of your quarantine at the hotel, if they come and they test you and you have COVID, you're gonna stay there again for extra couple of days, okay? You're not leaving you're not leaving the quarantine hotel until your PCR test is negative, okay? So now go to the hotel and mix and mingle with people who catch COVID, because you come all the way from Canada and you not get COVID, so don't do that. But then again, most of these hotels, they're very strict. You can't really do nothing. Like, I don't know, but when I came, they were very lenient. So, like I said, guys, if you guys have any questions, mention it down below in the comments. I will do another updated video because next month or so, because they always update their protocols. And also, guys, as I said, call if you guys are unsure. Call Vinci and make sure, because they take sometimes they take 2 to 3 weeks before they update their website. So call them. I know how Vinci people stay and Vinci does run. Call them, okay? Now go say, oh well, Jem said no. Call them and make sure, okay? This is a disclaimer. Call the Vinci government and make sure everything on their website up to date, because them not take forever for update everything, okay? And yeah. Anyways, safe travels, guys. Vinci is beautiful. I mean, you can't really do much down here. I mean, I'm not really much a party person, but it's beautiful. The weather, beach, you had a beach, you could go beach. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, okay? So you can stay updated on what I'm doing, when I'm doing. I will be posting more videos, and check out my vlogs.